Hello friends, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today I am looking for some rock-scape ideas for the 300-gallon aquarium that I'm going to be setting up here very shortly. And I am at J&R Garden here in Nashville. I've spoken with Chris and he's given me the go-ahead to walk around and film and take a look at what's going on. They have a large assortment, and I think it's going to come in a lot less expensive than I would pay if I was going into, let's say, a local aquarium store and paying $5 to $10 a pound. So let's go ahead and look around and see what they got. This up here is the main quarry area, or I guess you'd call it maybe a display area. You can see quite a few bins of rock in this area. And he even mentioned that they had some limestone, which is of particular interest to people who keep African Cichlid, since the limestone will release minerals, calcium and magnesium, into the aquarium. Let's just take a look at some of these stones and get some ideas. I like these smooth river rocks. You can see them in here. These are pretty nice. Almost come in a gray and blue type of variation. When you put them in water also, they can sometimes change a little bit in their color, but they're very, very nice. I would use them as accents around the tank, but not as a primary substrate, only because so much detritus would go in between them. Same thing with these larger varieties. These larger varieties of river rock and stone. Some of them have some really nice markings on them. Boy, I like this. Look at the way this slate gray web wall, it's called. 49 cents a pound. Gray web wall. It's got some brown in it. You could almost get away with if you had some brown substrate or some tan substrate. You want to throw a little gray in there. Yeah, some of that. Look at the markings on this one. That's a real nice example. Pretty heavy. I'm a little bit reluctant about using heavy materials, only because of course you can drop them and crack your tank. So maybe go with an assortment of smaller pieces. Look at that. That's a nice stone right there. 49 cents a pound. This is at least 10 pounds. You pay $5 for this. $5 for a stone like that. A lot of this slab type stuff here. More of the river rock. I can't say river now without thinking about my granddaughter. Her name is River, but that's a topic for another video. So let's keep walking here. Some people are putting slate bottoms on their tanks, I've noticed. This is a really nice color. Look at that. Really pretty color. Very nice shade of green. I imagine it would disguise algae. You could also go with pieces, these kinds of pieces here. Boy, that's nice. That's Shiro stone. Love the texture on that. That's a nice piece right there. Oh man, it's really thick. But I love the texture on top of it. Don't think I can even get it out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll be a real nice platform for an aquarium. And as these stones would age and accumulate a little bit of algae and mulm and things, they would actually look better and show some of these textures off. I'm also trying to avoid anything sharp, because if these stones end up in a cichlid tank, of course you don't want cichlids darting around, especially in the dark. Sometimes they chase each other in the dark. So you don't want to have anything sharp that they can run into and scrape an eye or something like that. Boy, this is kind of nice. Look at that. That's a nice coloration. Again, I got to think in terms of how is this going to age in the aquarium with some nice big pieces of slate. I mean, that 300-gallon, you put a rock in there you put a rock in there that's like this size rock. That's a good size rock. But in a 300-gallon, that's going to appear very, very small. So you're probably going to have to go with, as much as I'm reluctant to, I may have to go with bigger pieces. Oh man, that's a real nice piece of stone right there. All right, I may have to pick up some pieces today as much as I don't want to. This is just too nice. Look at this. That's almost like a dragon stone. That's a beautiful rock. I think I may have to get that one. That's really nice. So what kind of substrate? That would look good on a black or a gray substrate, even a tan. You know, some of that Peace River, carob seed Peace River, that would look good on that. That's a nice rock. Another one over here. Got some nice contour, a nice color to it. Know what this goes for. $0.49 a pound. 49 cents a pound. Man, oh man. I could dig around in here forever. Different colors on that, like a rainbow. Really nice. Maybe go with all with flat stone. Oh, look at that, like a little wasp. Some kind of a wasp nest on there. I'm glad they're gone. But go with all flat stones and then leave a lot of open swim space. You don't want to put too many stones because you want to leave space for the fish to sift around. That's a nice stone right there. Look at that. Something like that. Like that. Some good looking rocks right there. 49 cents a pound. We got a maybe, I don't know, maybe 15 pounds, $7.50 here in rocks. Really nice. Look at this. You want to go full slate bottom? No sand, just rock bottom. Here's some big pieces you can use for that. Really nice. Wow, it's like an ocean of stone. This is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for ideas, like what direction can I go with rock-scape, and how is that going to fit in with the type of sand that I end up using? You know, the type of substrate, whether it be black, gray, or a mix, you know, a blend. You know, I tend to use blends. Boy, if you want to get some heavy stuff, look at this stuff. Looks like 49 cents a pound seems to be the going rate on these rocks. Look at this guy. Wow, that's a beautiful stone right there. Nice markings through it. That'll age really well. Nice flat bottom, so you can place it with this. This would be the bottom of it. That's a real nice rock. If you want to go with real big rocks, which again, I'm a little hesitant to do. Now he said he's got some limestone back here. Wow, look at that. This is like for deck work. I wish I had a big enough aquarium to accommodate some of these pieces right here. How about if you had a tank that you could put this into? Maybe a 10,000 gallon tank. We got a lot of rocks back here, another ocean of rocks. And again, you have to get back in there and dig around a little bit and find the ones with the characteristics that you're looking for. These are called river rounds. Again, we're at 49 cents a pound or $196 for a ton. Blue-gray flagstone. Wow, this is nice, huh? Look at that. Look at the colors on that. Blue-gray flagstone. Choose what side you like. I like the gray. the blue, gray, and brown side. Throw some of those pieces around, build up on that. That could be really nice. As you can see, I like the colors and textures. And again, we're 49 cents a pound, so you can pretty much figure 49 cents a pound all around. And we're back here. We're more into deck materials, the bigger deck materials, and then we're into more of this type of a river stone. What they refer to as river rock. Really nice pieces. If you're going with a sort of a tan decor, want to go with the tan color, take these home, clean them up, power wash them, get some really nice rocks. Got some good looking stuff on the other side too. Kind of leaning towards the flatter type of rock. Thin regular field stone, $3.50 a ton. It's funny, the prices by the ton can change, but it's 49 cents a pound really if you want to go with individual rocks on just about everything. Some rocks with some good texture and color. It's a pretty rock there. I love rocks with lines through them, like your Cirro stone, dragon stone, stuff like that. Love that kind of rock. All right, this gives me some real good ideas. Let's check out, let's walk to the back where they have the gravel and sand that they sell, probably by the ton. I don't quite need a ton. I want a deep substrate, but not quite a ton worth of substrate. They have a lot of cool stuff here. A lot of these fire pits and metal work. Boy, this is a really nice fire pit. Throw some wood in there. Really nice. Anyway, let's take a look at some of his sand materials while staying out of the way of the forklifts. So behind me they have the types of sand that they carry. It's not a real wide range or wide variety, but one of them is a particular interest to me, and I'll show it to you. Here's your play sand, very similar to your play sand, and it comes in different consistencies. 50 cents a scoop, or $10 for a 3-gallon bucket. So you could probably fill up a tank pretty easily and pretty inexpensively. They've got some rock mixed in here. It's the kind of rock you see over at the like at the river. These are big boulders though. Some of these are massive. Now this is very interesting to me. This is limestone, and the reason this is interesting, of course, is that limestone is really good for African Cichlid tanks, and the water in my area tends to have a real low KH, and maybe this would help with the KH to throw some limestone. Now this here is a mix that is a combination of limestone, and this over here is manufactured limestone sand. Again, $10 for a 3-gallon bucket, but this material here, if you don't mind going with a very light substrate, this is a limestone, and this would certainly help an African Cichlid tank. I imagine the dust in this must be just absolutely enormous, just a massive amount of dust. So it require a very large amount of rinsing, but would be very, very optimal. They also have a great selection of mulch, and that over there is wood bark. What you see in the distance is wood bark, and this is mulch that is used to help cover up and protect some of the roots on the plants here, because the summer will really be hard on any roots for shrubs and trees. So mulch is a big deal here in Tennessee. Okay, that's given me some great ideas. Now I'm going to go over I'm going to go next door. There's a Tractor Supply store next door, and I'm going to check them out because I hear they have things like blasting sand and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and check them out and see what they've got and how that compares in price. But I'm impressed. I'm impressed with this little quarry for two reasons. One, the selection is good, but also they're very, very friendly. Chris helped me out and greeted me and more or less gave me the okay to just walk by. All right, this is Chris, and he is, what's your role here, Chris? Are you like
I'm a machine operator, and I'm in sales. I do a little bit of everything around the yard and everything, mostly just machine operating and sales.
Awesome. And how long has this been here, this setup?
They've been here for over 30 years, actually, and it started out mostly in a nursery, and then they kind of transform into doing more of the hardscape. So we stay around the hard, doing a lot of patios and different water features and pools and such.
Nice. Well, these rocks don't die off the way your plants can.
That's right. That's right. You don't have to water the rock.
That's right. They don't get infested with bugs and all what have you. Well, I want to thank you for letting me walk around.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate it. I will be back to pick up some materials for that 300 gallon because I liked what I saw, and the prices aren't bad. 45 cents, for a pound, I think is the going rate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just about. There's several criteria that I use when I look at a retailer, and availability, like product selection, but also price, of course, and also friendliness. So this place is awesome. J&R Garden, and come on down, check it out. Check out the Stone office. They have a stone. It's called the Stone office back here. I guess they'll help you out. And anyway, I'll definitely be coming back here. This is going to be my go-to for stones. Let's go next door to Tractor Supply. Right next door to the rock quarry is Tractor Supply Company. If you live in Nashville, you know about Tractor Supply. They got all kinds of great stuff in there, not just for tractors, but you name it. It's kind of like a catch-all store. Let's go inside. At Tractor Supply, your local military headquarters. You get a lot of materials here for projects, not just for aquarium projects, but for just about anything. Quite a store, actually. So here's some black diamond sand. It's a coal product, black diamond. You get 50 pounds of it for $10.99. That's a heck of a lot better than 10 pounds for $25 on some of the other stuff that you'll see advertised for tanks. See, this place is just an enormous location. I have some more here. The difference is the grit. One's a little bit finer than the other. I think I wouldn't want super fine, maybe medium. This one's $11.99. Now the word abrasive does concern me, of course, because your cichlids are constantly sifting, and I don't want them to get some kind of damage to their lips and gill plates. They also have all-purpose sand, $5.99, a good size bag. I like the color of that a little bit more than I do the play sand, which is a lot lighter. Some drainage rock, which probably could be used conceivably. It looks a little bit like lava rock. And some river rock for $5. I imagine those are probably 50-pound bags of river rock where you're gonna get grays and tans and a variety of that would look really good on either a dark or even a beige substrate. So this isn't bad as a comparison. If you've never been in one of these tractor stores, you need to come. They're a lot of fun. And they got a little bit of everything. They have these big Rubbermaid tubs. You want to create like some breeding tubs, you can buy these Rubbermaid tubs here. They also have some of these metal ones. You have your tubs outside, you got to put some wire on top of them. Else your fish are going to get picked off out here. You have so many critters. Let's take a look at one of these tubs. If you want to pick up a 40 gallon, 52 bucks, a 50, 89, 100 for 119, 150 for 179. And you want to go large? Here's a 300 gallon tub, $289.99. Create your own little pond. I imagine you could probably even stick it in the ground if you wanted to. Maybe throw a liner on it. Do a DIY filter. You can even pick up a few little chicks while you're here. Not uncommon here for people to go and be able to get fresh eggs every morning from their own chickens. Buy your chicks here at Tractor Supply. I don't know if it's a guy thing, but maybe not entirely. I could spend all day in a store like that, looking at the different stuff they have. Not just for aquariums, but for gardens, for the house, for everything. Just a really cool place. At any rate, hope you enjoyed this little tour, and be sure to hit that like button if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have already, thank you so much. And consider becoming a member of the Garage Gang and a Patreon sponsor of the channel. All the information on how to do that is at the underneath the video in the description. And also, one last thing, join me on Saturday for the Cichlids and Coffee live stream every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time, unless I'm out of town. Thank you, my friends. Bye-bye.